Post-match pint after Liverpool have conceded a second successive league last-minute winner in the conurbation of London. For those of you that don't live in the United Kingdom, just to be clear for clarity, London is a city in the south of England. With me, I've got Adam Melia and I've got Paul Johnson. You were in the seat last week. It's fucking shit, this.
Yeah. Another last-minute winner for the other team. Another me sitting here. I still haven't got my head on the table, but I feel very head on the table. I don't know. It didn't feel. It felt like a bit like two quite average teams, to be honest. Today,
it didn't look like first versus fourth.
No.
Last season,
no.
We were first, they were fourth. I was thinking that when I was doing the thing in my head, I'm glad you said that. When I was doing the thing in my head, I was going to do it 91, and I'm thinking about how are you going to do the shows and what are you going to write about. One of the things I was going to say was that did not look like first versus fourth.
No.
It looked like an absolute. I don't even know what it looks like really.
Like Fulham v Brighton or something like that. Where the whole thing doesn't seem like either team is really striving for the big prizes. It seemed like it was sort of like a bit loose. We were making chances based on their mistakes. I thought they were making a chance basically every time they broke and broke our press. And at some point, I thought they were going to score from one. Obviously, it's heartbreaking that the one they score from is right before the end, but. I didn't think it particularly looked like we were going to be the one that won the game. I thought, okay, 1-1, I'm happy with that, which is not really a great thing to think. If you're trying to win the league, you don't want to be thinking I'm happy with this 1-1.
I mean, this is where you and I would genuinely disagree. It got to 87, I was like, Rads, you just get out of here with a point. You were 1-0 down, you've got one back. These are a Champions League team. They look a bag of rags today, don't get me wrong. But when we all look at the results at the end of the season, not that many teams will be getting wins. It's not, you just get out with a point.
No, that's right.
Get out with a point.
That's what I thought. I just mean in general, it probably isn't. I suppose it's the context of where we are. You think maybe it isn't the best thing to think, but actually I was thinking I am comfortable and relaxed with this being 1-1, and it doesn't end up 1-1.
It doesn't end up 1-1. I think the manager signals he's all right with 1-1 by virtue of bringing Endo on. What doesn't help is that Endo looks surprised as football. Yeah. For an extended period.
I hated that substitution.
What would you have done?
I was expecting to see Chiesa.
Before Gakpo.
I thought Gakpo played like a drain. I know he scores our goal, but I thought he was terrible, really. And I didn't think really anybody looked like scoring. And the only player other than Ekitike that I think looks like scoring for us at the moment is Chiesa. So I wasn't necessarily expecting to see anybody, but when I saw Endo stripping off, I was concerned.
I wasn't concerned per se because I thought that McAllister was really pulling for tucks.
And
from about minute 3.
He continues to be possibly our big problem, McAllister. And he looked very tired, and you can see in that case why he brings Endo on. But Endo's, somebody said in the pub, Endo's gone from having minimal legs to absolutely no legs, and he didn't look like he could cope with it at all. And it was at that point I thought we might lose.
So I think that this is what is heartbreaking is I think they work something out about 5 minutes after it goes 1-1, which is their only form of defence is attack, and they commit to it wholeheartedly. And I think that I want to be quite limited on this because I don't like Adam. I don't think they're very good either. But I think that's the one thing that's credit to them is they come to that conclusion. And if they'd have got their own 1-1, they would have at the end of it gone, well, we worked that out by virtue of the fact that we kept Liverpool away by having the ball in Liverpool's final third. As it is, they get the winner, and it is a heartbreaking goal.
Yeah, I think just as you say, we were all sat there, and it felt these were there for the taking. However, like Adam's already mentioned, it felt that any time they attacked, they looked dangerous. And that's very, very worrying. We said, didn't we, walking down, what would you if it was a word to sum up our performance, you would say worrying again. And we've got to try and fix it. And there's so many things. You mentioned McAllister. There's lads there who have clearly got a lot of quality, but at the moment they're playing at like 4 out of 10. And when that happens, Neil, you're gonna get results like this, and it's frustrating and it's worrying, and it's you can be angry, you can be upset or whatever. But we've got to try and try and work this out, because ultimately, there are lads who will get better. There are lads who will come good. But at this very moment in time, you just got to get through a period where you're thinking, well, we're not playing great here. And, you know, obviously, you say, 2 games in a row now we've conceded in a 90-plus minute. And we were laughing, like, for the first 5 games when we were doing it. But it's a worrying trend.